Okay, let's get started rooting this phone. Now, first, what you want to do is put your phone into USB debugging mode. Go to Settings, Developer Options, and then tick USB debugging. And then we're going to go ahead and open this folder. MTK Droid Tools, MTK Droid Tools EXE. And we're going to wait for our device to show up. And if it's in USB debugging, everything should show up fine. Now, we'll click on Blocks Map and create scatter file. Now it's going to create it in the MTK Droid Tools folder, which is just fine. Save it. And click Return. And now we're going to close MTK Droid and Root Tools. Now head up here to MTK Droid Tools, and we're going to open up the scatter file because we're going to need these values. This one here and this one here. But I'll show you that. So we'll just minimize the window for now. We're going to go into SP Flash tool. We're going to disconnect our USB cable from the phone and pull the battery, power down. Click on flashtool.exe. Scatter loading. We're going to load the scatter file that we just created. And now we're going over here to the Read Back tab. I've already done this, so I have the entries. What you want to do is add entries, 2 of them. So click this twice and double click the first one. Now this one we're going to call boot.img. And keep in mind of where it's going to save it. It's going to save it right in the MTK Droid Tools folder. So click Save. Now for the length, it is going to be 00600,000. And for the start address, you will find it in the scatter file right here. Boot image. Just highlight this here. We'll copy it. And we'll just paste it right in there. Now I'm going to do the same for this one, only we're going to call this one recovery. .img. It'll save it as an image file, so we'll be able to find it. Click Save. Now same thing, 00600,000. And the start address, again, is in the scatter file down here. Copy. And paste. Click OK. Now click on Read Back and attach the phone to the computer with the USB cable. I'm assuming you have the drivers installed. You flashed it before, so away we go. And it's doing its thing. It's pulling the partition information out that we need. Okay, excellent. Now what we'll do is we'll take the USB cable out of the phone, disconnect it, and we're just going to close this SP Flash tool. We're also done with the scatter file. We can close that out too. Now we're going to come back up here back to MTK Droid Tools. And what we're going to do is create a patched recovery and boot image. So on the Root Backup Recovery tab, click this little circle here, and then click Recovery and Boot. And the boot image should be right there, and it is. Open. And the recovery image as well. Open. Now enter a phone name. I'm just going to put my name. You can put whatever you want. Click OK. Now as you can see up here, it has created in this folder MTK Droid Tools /recovery, boot patched image, and a recovery image. So what we're going to do is we are going to exit out of there because we do not need that anymore. Now what you're going to do is head back over to SP Flash tool, double click, load the scatter file. Now we're going to click here on boot image, click once, And then we're going to navigate to this recovery folder where it created the patched recovery and patched boot. And we're going to select the patched boot image, open. And for the recovery, open. And now we're going to click on download and ignore this error, it's not important. And now we're going to go ahead and connect our phone with the USB cable again with the battery out and power down. And the VCOM driver is doing its thing, downloading. Perfect. Okay, now that's done. Close out of SP Flash tool. Now what you're going to do is disconnect the USB cable from your phone. Put the battery back in, power it back up, and then connect the USB cable like once more. And it should still be in USB debugging by default. Now what those patched files did was they sort of gave us a temporary root, but only while it connected to ADB. So what we're going to do is we're going to push a permanent root onto this phone. So now go over here to the root folder and right-click runme.batch, run as administrator. And now we're just going to select the first one here that says normal. Actually, first, before you do this, unlock your phone. Now we're going to select normal. Choice 1, enter. Now we're going to go ahead and look at our phone, and we're going to click on Restore My Data. Just give that a tap, and the command window will do its thing. It will reboot your phone. And there you go. You should be rooted. You can download Root Checker from the market to make sure that everything took. And thanks for watching.